Hi guys, hopefully I'm gonna have a better signal this week than I did last week. Last week was a little tricky. I don't know what was going on, but I haven't noticed any problems today on my laptop, so I'm gonna assume that we're gonna be rolling forward smoothly today. My name is Sara Oehler, and I'm the Sales and Marketing Manager for Softflex Company, and I am excited today to share with you a magical mystery box from one of our favorite companies out there in beading, Jesse James Beads. Jesse James Beads is well known for the mixes that they create, and now they're doing subscription boxes. You can get a 3-month, a 6-month, or a 12-month subscription. And you can also buy Softflex on their website. So they're a fantastic company to check out, and you can find out more about them at jessijamesbeads.com. So we are going to go ahead and open up our mystery box. This is the one that went out this month. So what is this? It went out mid-July. I don't know if they consider it their July box or not. I think it is the July box, not August. But I haven't seen what's in it yet. So we're going to open it up, see what's in it, check it out, and then we'll make something using some of the parts and components that are in the box, and see what happens. Rochelle says, I love your necklace. Thank you, Rochelle. I made this at a Craft and Hobby Association gathering years ago. I made this little pendant, and it's a vintage pendant, and they taught me how to dome it and then ink stamp it and metal stamp it. So it was one of the first times I ever did any metal stamping. And I just found it the other day. I had put this necklace together afterwards. I found it the other day and I thought, oh, I should wear that one of these days. It says Sarah Smiles. One of my old coworkers, Brian, used to always call me Sarah Smiles. So has a little bit of sentimental meaning too, which is the best thing about metal stamping, right? That you can make things special to you. Okay, so moving on to our mystery box, I'm going to flip you guys down here and get you settled in. Hey, Sue, thank you. Hi, Susie. Okay, so we've got a magical mystery bead box. So if you order one of these, it's going to look just like this. I'm going to flip on the fan real fast, guys, because I'm in the front office at Softflex Company here in Sonoma, and it gets a little bit warm in here. Okay. Thanks, Rochelle. She says, you did a fine job. Love it. Okay, so magical mystery bead box. If you were to order a subscription, it would come just like this. It's a fairly decent sized box. If you do the 3-month, it's $34.99 per box, but I think you pay all at once. So be prepared for a big upfront subscription cost. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. If you do 6 months, it's about $31.49 per box. And if you do 12 months, it's $29 per box. So what's great about this is it just automatically ships. So you don't even have to think about it. Each month, you'll get a box like this, and it'll have a bunch of materials in it. This one is themed Breakfast at Tiffany's. Look at how cute that is. It comes with a list of all the materials that are actually in the box. So that's really cool and kind of fun. And subscriptions do renew automatically. So you want to cancel your subscription if you're planning to not continue, and you have to go to your account page to do that. And I wanted to make sure you know that, so if you sign up, it's really clear that you have to physically cancel it to stop it from coming. And last but not least, all boxes ship on the 15th of the month. Sneak peek. Look at that. All boxes ship on the 15th of the month. The cutoff to sign up to receive that month's box is the 7th. So that means that you guys have until the 7th of this month to subscribe if it's something you want to do. And, ooh, this is going to be so pretty, you guys. I can't wait to see all the stuff in here. So So you have till the 7th of the month if you want to do a subscription and get next month's box. And I will be doing one more of these design challenges with next month's box. So you can even buy into the subscription and then watch my video. It'll be right at the beginning of next month, September. And you can design with me. Okay, so we got our box out of the way. Look at all of the stuff that comes in one of these boxes. It is so crazy. Okay, so let me scoot this. Carolyn says, hi Sarah, just got my box and haven't had time to play yet. So happy to catch your live video today. I'm glad you're here too. There's this little findings kit here. So it's got a really great big lobster clasp. It's got a beautiful gold toggle and a silver toggle. It's got 3 magnet clasps, 2 gold and 1 silver. Okay. Oh, and there is a code here. Let's see if it's still good. Oh, good, it is. You can get 20% off your $59 or more order with the code Tiffany's20. Offer ends 8/15, bulk and subscriptions excluded. So if you just need to buy something from Jesse James Beats, I'm going to tape that down so we kind of keep it handy. If you want to just buy something from Jesse James Beats, you can use the coupon code. And I know they were launching some of their holiday mixes that looked pretty interesting. So that might be something to think about and check out. Okay, so we got our good information up there. We went through our class. There's so much to look at. I don't even know where to start. I'm so excited. Okay, so we've got some chain, it looks like. Whoa, okay. Let me get it up close so you can see the details. Kind of a shiny silver metal and then sort of a smoky clear bead attached, and it looks like it's 18 inches of chain total. So we've got 18 inches of chain. Ooh, what's this one? Look at these beautiful, very elegant. This is a very elegant kit. This beautiful crystal bead cap. Beautiful that is. I definitely like that a lot. I'm gonna leave that out. It's so pretty. And then we've got some white tassels. I mean, this would be pretty just with the tassel. Oh, look at the little diamond with the little crystal behind it. That's so cute. That's adorable. There's another little crystal pendant guy. Beautiful bead. Lots of goodies. And then these are always fun, the little domes with the beads inside. So many good things. There's a little kitty cat, some pearls, a big crystal element. Lots of options here, you guys. That's one of these little containers. I have not even gotten to the other ones yet. Wouldn't this be cute just with this tassel stuck up inside this cute little dome? I think that's adorable. You just need like one cool bead on the top and you've got this beautiful thing. So we're gonna leave those out so we can make those. This is totally up my alley. These are like my colors. Whoa, this is cool. Look at how cool these are. So it's like a rose in metal with a sort of, I think it's a CZ probably on the back end. And they just sparkle like crazy, and you could hang your soft flex down from them. I could do some soft flex stuff. I don't know if they would work with this whole design. It might be a little too much, but those are really cool. What are they calling these? Let's see. It must be one. Oh, CZ Cage crystal earrings. I don't know if that's right. Cup chain, blue swanky tassel, clasp set, crystal assortment. Yeah, I think that must be it. The CZ Cage crystal earrings. They're beautiful. Okay, next up, let's look at this gorgeous tassel. Look at this thing, you guys. Jesse James Beads is such a great place to find really unique, really awesome tassels. I mean, look at how pretty that is. Great colors. I love that. We've got some sort of champagne-y colors. Golds and champagnes here. Ooh, look at the leather tassels with this sort of bone-colored leather. That's pretty. And I love this. Look at these guys. It's like a fabric or something. It's really shiny gold and really gorgeous. Feels lovely. And then these are so cute too. Look at these little petal tassels. I mean, can you believe this is how much you get in one box from them? I mean, it really is it's a great deal. If you don't mind getting a mystery box and you like the challenge of using whatever you get, you know, because you never know from month to month how it'll change. Oh my God, these are so pretty. But you know, they have great taste and they're always going to have like a really hip, very cool box, I'm sure. It's just if you're willing to like really step out of your design element and design with something that you may not pick yourself. That's really what it comes down to. So we've got some blacks here. I feel like this one might be taped closed. So let me see if I can get that open for us. Sarah James, I don't know if you're out there, but you're not making it easy on me here. This is a hard one to get open. It's very secure. No, it's not going to break open without a lot of assistance. Okay. Let's see if I can get all this tape off my fingers now. So I've been seeing everything you guys have been designing with the neon nights in the VIB Facebook group, and it's awesome. I love to see the pictures of what you guys make with the kits, and I'm really excited to see who wins the free kit. I think it's next week that we'll announce that. There we go. Finally. All right, let's see what's in this little black. Ooh, it's that same crystal bead cap that I looked at earlier, but in black. And then there's beautiful big crystal that has sort of a triangle cut on it, which is cool. Beautiful large bead. We've got another lovely black tassel. And some cute little black heart beads. Got this beautiful teardrop shaped bead. So many options in here, you guys. Look at this beautiful little flower with the little pearl center. Really pretty. So that's our black set. I'm not done yet, guys. I am not done yet. I've still got this one, which is also taped, of course. See if we can get this. Free the beads. Free the beads. Okay. And it is nice that it ships automatically, so you don't have to think about it. It's just you're set up on a subscription and it just comes until you decide you're going to shut the subscription off. Okay, so we've got some connectors that are kind of a smoky quartz color. And ooh, we've got a kind of a tutu looking, tulle looking. And if you ever have these issues with this happening, you can always do a hot iron, or sometimes even a little bit of water will help to kind of flatten that out. But look at how pretty this is. It's like a ballerina skirt. And then a couple really little ones, which are adorable. These would look really cute inside here too. And let's see what else is in here. Ooh, I like this little guy. Look at those stars. That's so cute. I feel like my little girls would love these little bulbs full of little glitter things inside. They would really like those. There's a beautiful little bird. Some sparkly blue beads. One nice large bead. Really cool stuff. Lots of options. I'm always a little overwhelmed when I get a package from Jesse James Beads. And look at that, a very large caged bead. This is a big size. And then they've got them in a couple other sizes too. So you got a gold in the medium, and then this is kind of a brassy color, and then a couple small ones in silver. So that would be kind of cool to use. I did a really awesome necklace where I wire wrapped the pieces together. Maybe we could do something like that on here and then hang like a big bead or tassel or something from the bottom. Okay, so first let's start off with this pair of earrings that I had in mind right away, and then we can kind of move over to, I'm gonna open all these back up. Move over to maybe working on this necklace idea that I had. We'll see how that kind of pans out. But man, there's so much to design with. Did I show everything? Yeah, oh, here's one more thing. Can you believe that? One more thing here. Jenny says, my mind would be blown. Where to start? Hi, Kim. Hi, Jenny. I know. It is hard when there's a lot of materials, because it's like you could go in so many different directions. But that's really great because that's a big value to this kit, that you're going to be able to sit down with it multiple times and make lots of different things. So this looks like a cup chain in a clear color and a blue color, and then it looks like there's some sort of end finding here that you can connect to it, which I've never used these before, so that's kind of interesting and something I wouldn't mind kind of playing around with too. Okay, so first and foremost, let's just make this cute little fun pair of earrings to get things going. And then I can kind of think on this design, how I want to make that work. I'm feeling like this tassel, I might just connect the soft flex and connect this. Oh, you could even connect this to it. Ooh, so many ideas. Okay, so I need to get some soft flex that's gonna match this, and then I also should probably think about if I want to add a bead at the top. Since it's breakfast at Tiffany's, maybe we'll do one of these blue beads and maybe a white wire. So we've got something, oh, it sort of looks like a little dancer. Okay, so let's get some white soft flex out. So as I said at the beginning of the video, and most of you know this because you watch regularly, I am the sales and marketing manager for Softflex company, but I work with lots of different companies in the industry, and that's what got me started doing these Softflex live design challenges, because there's so many options out there for beads and findings and things that it's fun for me as somebody who works for Softflex to show how you can incorporate in Softflex into your designs with all the other beads and things that are going on out in the industry. So this is white quartz Softflex. This is on our 019 medium diameter, which is the most commonly used of all of our diameters. It's a 49 strand stainless steel product, and that has a white nylon coating. And what's really great about Softflex as compared to a lot of other beading wires on the market is it's super flexible and it's very kink resistant. So it's really easy to work with and very pliable, but also very, very strong, which is great. So I'm gonna get some tools out and my crimps, and we'll make a quick pair of earrings, and then I'm gonna turn over and work a little bit with this. I might do a long necklace and then a pair of earrings with these caged beads, but we'll see. I'm gonna see where we go here, how it all turns out. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a pair of cutters. I'm gonna grab like probably 3 inches. And these are my favorite earrings that I make with Jesse James beads. I do it with all sorts of components that they have. If you've watched me regularly, you've probably seen this earring before, but it's so easy to make a pair of earrings just by centering the tassel on the wire. This is a little different in that I'm using a bead cap, which is not something I think I've done before. So the tassel is actually going to pull up inside of that bead cap, and so the tassel just kind of hang out down here. And then I'm going to string both wires through my blue bead so it falls at the top, and then I'll go ahead and do my crimping last. So I'm going to take a 2x2 millimeter crimp tube. I don't have an ear wire handy here, but I have a bunch that I can grab after. So I'll just attach the ear wire after, but I'll give you kind of an idea how this works. So I took both wires, I strung my crimp tube, and then I'm gonna take my one wire and go back into the crimp tube again. I just saw a few of you push that you are liking this video, and I really appreciate that when you take the time to like the video or share my videos. It means a lot to me. Thank you. And I'm going to pull this out. Let's see, I pulled out. So now the trick is I want to get this down pretty close to my bead. I've got all 3 wires running through it. I want to get it down as close to my bead as possible. Sometimes it helps, if possible, to just run this 3rd wire right through that bead again. And that way you can get even closer. Oh, my bead went over the top. That's not good. So what just happened is my bead slid over the top of the crimp. So what that tells me is I actually need to work on my design construction here. Let me get it back to the top here if I can. Because what's happened is it's gonna slide. So I've got to get a smaller bead on top of this to stop it from sliding. So I'm gonna look in here and see if I can find something with like a dainty hole. Maybe one of these pearls, these white pearls. I don't know if both wires will fit through the white pearl though. Oh yeah, it does. So I'm gonna go one more bead up, just so I can make sure my crimp isn't going to slide into the bead on the underside. And then I'll go ahead and string my crimp tube. And I'm just gonna cut this. I don't need that wire. So this third wire will not go back inside the pearl. And so I'm gonna have to do a better job of just tugging it down as close to that bead as I can get it. Move the crimp tube as close to the bead as you can get it, and then pull this to a reasonable size as well. And this is where my ear wire is gonna hook. I'm gonna trim this extra wire off, and my earring wire is gonna hook onto this loop up here. Okay, so now I'm also gonna make sure everything's sort of laying nicely. You know, if it's tugging a little too much at the bottom, that tassel isn't gonna lay nicely. But there is gonna be a little bit of a loose quality once I get this crimped and trimmed, because this wire is sort of pulling it up and away from that bead. So I'm gonna go ahead and crimp. If you've seen my magical crimpers before, you know all about it. They are fantastic. They take a tube crimp and make it round into a round bead. You want to go around lots and lots of times, but when you're done, what you get is like a little round bead, and you get a really strong holding crimp. So I'm going to slide in. Kim says, I will never go back to other wires after using Softflex for the first time. Best wire ever. Thank you, Kim. We think so too, but we are definitely partisan. I'm trying to tug this wire. This is another thing to watch out for. When the wire is like sliding inside and you're gonna trim it, try to tug it out the right side. So I'm gonna tug it out this way, so that when you trim it, you can get in nice and close with your cutters, because you can slide in with the flat side of your cutter next to the crimp. Hold on to the wire snip because it will go flying, and there you go. And then all we need to do is make another one, obviously, but add our ear wire here at the top, and we've got a cute, sweet little earring. I love this. So cute. This would also make a great pendant if you just wanted to hang it from a long necklace with a few beads. It could look really pretty that way too. Okay, so we've got this design. I'm gonna finish this up after the live show, and I will take pictures and post them in our VIB group. Please join our VIB group. If you haven't joined it yet, we're having so much fun there, and you are missing out, because it's really awesome to see what everybody's making. And I've just been blown away with the design ideas that are being posted there. So make sure you join if you haven't yet. Okay, so I want to do something with this big tassel. I didn't get to use the big tassel at the last design challenge. It just didn't end up in my design. And so I'd really like to use it today. I'm thinking I might need to hang it from a corner if I want it to just attach right to this. So let's see how this opens up. This is one of the tricky things about working with a kit. Did you see how I just opened that to the side? Working with a kit from another company is you don't know exactly how things are gonna behave. So I'm just gonna hook onto a corner, and I'm doing that so that it stays in place. If I hooked onto just one of the bars, it would kind of slide back and forth, which might be okay in some cases if that's something I wanted to do, but I kind of like the idea of it just hanging where I place it myself. So that's cool. And then I don't think this is going to work as well as it did with that one design. I love that design. I need to figure out where it went. I had wire wrapped these pieces bar to bar, and I made a whole structure in the bottom. I'll try to post a picture after the live show. I'll go take a look and see if I can find it. But it was really cool. It turned out really neat because I made sort of my own component out of these pieces. And that was really fun. Okay, so up here, we are going to do some beading wire. I'm trying to think if, I don't feel like our traditional turquoise is gonna look the best because this is just such a specific color. So I think what I'm gonna do, see how it's just a little off? Like a fluorite might look good. Let me just check and see if I've got some fluorite here. Of course, our silver is a different construction than our regular soft flex. It has a copper alloy core, and it's a 1x19 strand construction, but each strand, so all 19 strands, are plated in sterling silver, and then they're braided together, and then they're coated in a clear nylon coating. And that's what makes our sterling silver so silver colored. A lot of companies are braiding and then they flash plate over the braid, so they don't always get a nice even coat. So that's pretty exciting stuff to work with. Really pretty. I'm trying to see if I have a fluorite, just to see how fluorite would look. It's definitely a complementary color, but it's not one of these colors. So I'm gonna move on from that too. I think we're gonna do silver probably, is what we'll work with. I'm looking for some silver medium. You wanna use at least a medium or a heavy, especially if you're gonna have a free floating design. You want to make sure that you've got a good piece. We also have this chain. I'm just going to kind of take a look at how this is. These would make really cool earrings. I was just curious, like, how is this going to connect? Okay. So let's start unraveling some soft flex and see what we can kind of come up with here. I'm going to do a pretty long piece because I want a long necklace, especially with this size of a bead. It's going to make sense for it to fall sort of mid-chest or even a little below my chest. So pretty long piece of wire just to be safe. I can always cut it shorter, but I can't make it longer if I don't do enough wire. And let's look again at what we've got in here. I've got these super cute little diamond crystals. I'm very enchanted by these. I wouldn't mind using that in something. They're so cute. I feel like this just belongs on like a little bracelet, like hanging off of it. Would be so stinking cute. And I've got these fancy things. Let's see how these blues will meld together. These are pretty. Get some blues. Possibly also go into the blacks if we wanted to, but I think that's a little too stark and gold doesn't make sense, so not that many options here. Do maybe like something like this. Okay, so let me get my wire attached and then we'll kind of play around with it to see how it's going to be. So I'm going to do the same thing at the top. I'm going to attach around this top of the caged bead so that it's not sliding around. Oh, Susie says that silver would be our first choice. Beverly says would match the cage then. Yeah, that's true. Silver is really pretty. It's one of our most popular colors here at Soft Flex. The silver and the gold, you know, everybody loves. Everybody loves silver and gold. So all I'm doing is I've taken the wire through the center here, and then I'm going to come back into my crimp tube. I'm using a 2x2 millimeter crimp tube, I'm gonna pull down to a decent length of a loop, straighten my wires to the best of my ability inside my crimp tube, and then I'm gonna take my magical crimpers, which have a little half divot on each side, and slide that inside of my pliers. And then I'll have what looks sort of like a little four-corner guy, and then go the other direction. If you want to learn anything more about Softflex Company, you should definitely stop by our website, softflexcompany.com. We are posting a new blog about 4 days a week, and they're very informative, long articles that my coworker Thomas has mostly been working on. And then we are working on actually gearing up our video schedule too. So in a few weeks, we're going to have some brand new video options available that we're really excited to share with you. But if you'd like to learn more about our products, definitely our website is the best place to go. Okay, so what I was thinking about, I don't know if this will slip over this crimp bead too, because it's a pretty big hole. So we're gonna check and see. Oh no, it fits nicely. So I strung this sort of blue, pretty blue bead. Melissa says, my trouble is I never know how I want to make things. I have pretty stuff, but have trouble envisioning things and then making them happen. Yeah, I mean, that's always hard, Melissa. And I go through stages and have, I've been doing this for 20 years. I go through stages where I bead more or bead less, depending on my inspiration levels. But the best thing that I find and have found to help me get out of a slump or be able to make something is to just do it. Just get all the beads out, get the wire out, get the tools out, and just start sort of fiddling around with it like I am today, and just do it. Make something and see how it turns out. And if it turns out awful, it's okay, because you can cut it apart and you can make something else. You're not stuck with it for life. I always talk about giving yourself room to make a mistake, because that's how we learn and create, is by making mistakes or doing something different and finding out that we really like it or really don't like it, but we wouldn't have known until we tried. So I just added another little pearl bead because I remembered that this bead has such a big hole, it'll slide over my crimp. I'm going to crimp it in place on the wire. Thank you for those likes. I really appreciate it. That helps people that don't always watch our videos to find us if they see that a lot of people are enjoying the video. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so I've got my crimp tube. I'm using the same size, the 2x2 millimeter crimp tube. And I'm just gonna grab a little piece of wire. I'm even actually just gonna use this white wire, because it doesn't matter what wire you put inside your crimp as your second, I always call it the scrap wire. But you need enough wire in here that the crimp can really sort of anchor down into the nylon coating. And that's what holds it in its place. So I just strung the second wire through the crimp in addition, and then I'm going to trim it off on both sides. You're not going to see it at all. So I'm going to tighten this up to a point, so I'm up next to those beads as much as I can be. And then I can go ahead and crimp again. Oh yeah, you could make a really cool ornament for sure. Yeah, this would be a beautiful ornament actually. So I'm going around and around, tightening it down. I see you guys have Christmas on the mind. We were just talking about that in our kit planning meeting for the upcoming months, what we would maybe do as a kind of a Christmassy themed color kit. Okay, so there's one side of my necklace. You see the whole thing? And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm just going to measure this on my own neck to kind of get an idea of length. Because these are such big beads, I really suggest just like something very simple at the top in order to make sure it's not uncomfortable to wear. Okay, so I know my length is about here, so I'm just gonna give myself a little bit longer than that. Now I've got an extra piece of wire I can use for something else. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my crimp. Slide it on here, and I'm gonna go ahead and crimp this in place first. And I'm gonna do it a little bit higher because I'm doing this crimp that's on the top here first, sort of in reverse order. Let me grab a piece of white wire. And I'll just slide that in here again. So if you do a free-floating necklace with our Extreme, I will caution you, you do need to handle it with more care. It is not the same construction as our Soft Flex, and so it's beautiful and I love it and I use it, but you want to be careful because it does kink a little bit more easily than standard Soft Flex. So keep that in mind if you choose silver. And if you're a little hard on jewelry, you can always choose white, which is a beautiful color too and has sort of the same sort of kind of coloring of silver. You know, they're very similar. Okay, so I've got my crimp bead just sitting free floating on my wire here. And now I'm going to do the same pattern in the opposite direction. Got my pearl, my bead. Oh God, you guys, there's so many things in this kit. I could just sit and bead all afternoon. If I had nothing else to do, that's what I would just keep on going. This is a great, great kit for me. It's like all the colors I love. I love blues and I wear black all the time. This beautiful gold champagne color is gorgeous. And then you've got the silvers and the whites, which I also love. This is like, I feel like if I had a dream kit, this would sort of probably, it would be something pretty close to this for sure. So I've got another 2x2 millimeter crimp tube I'm going to slide on. These are Soft Flex crimp tubes, so they're double the wall thickness of most. They're seamless and they're strong. And I can't tell you enough the importance of the strength of a crimp tube because it pulls everything together. And it's really important that you have something strong and secure. Okay, so I've got my one connection over here. Now I'm going to connect from the other side. So I'm going to put my crimp tube on, slide through those same diamonds, and come back into my crimp tube. So I'm creating a connection. And then I can kind of fidget with it to get it the right size that I want. So in this case, I already have my beads in place, so I'm just sort of going to finagle it up towards those beads as close in proximity as possible. And one thing I always say is to look at your loops. Oh, did I go through different? Let me come back out again. It looks like I went through different triangles and I want to go through the same one so it hangs nicely. So I'm just going to pull this back out. You know me, always do and redo, do and redo. I want to go through the same exact ones as last time. So these two. And back in again. Going to tug this down. we go. So I want it to be about the same size as last time. So it's looking very similar. So I'm kind of going to do a little comparison on those loops. You can kind of see them laying side by side there. And when I feel good about it, I can slide my crimping plier in there. I'm going to tighten it just a little bit and crimp. And then go in the opposite direction and crimp. And go around and around it, making sure you're really anchoring that crimp tube into the nylon coating of the wire so it doesn't want to slide around. So while I'm doing this, I wanted to remind you guys that we have a live sale coming up next week on Wednesday, August 8th at 1 p.m. If you've never been to a live sale before, basically I show you a bunch of really beautiful beads and some tools, usually, or findings, and you can purchase them from us. And a lot of stuff is one of a kind or things that we don't have on our website. So there's lots of good deals. And this particular one that's coming up, I have a big box of tool samples that I'll be talking about and then selling. So we'll have flat nose, chain nose, round nose, and it'll be a really good deal on them. So hopefully you can join us next Wednesday at 1 p.m. Okay, so we've got our beautiful long necklace with our big caged bead in the center and our beautiful long dangle here on the bottom. And I can just keep going, you guys. There's so much here to work with. I will definitely be opening these beads back up and making some future projects. I especially love these big black guys with the triangles. They're so pretty, really shiny. Okay, so I do have my day job that I got to get back to. So I am going to hop off, as much as I would love to sit here with you all day long and just keep beading with this fantastic kit from jessiejamesbeads.com. You can subscribe to their kits by going to their website and signing up for a 3-month, a 6-month, or a 12-month subscription, and then those boxes will start going to you, I believe, next month if you sign up by the 7th of August. And it ships out on the 15th, and you'll get yours in no time. So it'll be a different theme every single time. So it won't be exactly like this one, but it'll be a fun, cute, very on-trend theme, because that's what Jessie James Beads is known for. And hopefully you'll join me again next Wednesday for a live sale. The following Tuesday, I'm doing a Tierracast kit. It's brand new Tierracast pieces that just came out. I got my hands on the same sample bag that they send out to the designers. I'm buying those to sell to all of you. And it'll also come with some other components and things that you need to make what I make during the video. So those will go on sale during the video on Tuesday, August 14th. So keep that in mind too, that that's coming up as you're planning your expenses. I see everybody's wishing that they could win the lottery and keep up with it all, but we have a variety of things out there so that you guys can get to beading and have a great time. If you haven't joined our VIB group, please do. We'd love to see you there. So nice seeing all of you, and have a fantastic day. See you next Wednesday. Bye, guys.